What's the first step to graphing a parabola? From yesterday's video or from Monday. Again. So we got to figure out which way it opens, right? Okay. What are the two things? Come on now. There we go. What are the two things that we have to look at for that? To determine which way it opens. There are two things that we need to look at. What do you got?
Is x or y squared?
So which one's squared? Okay. And so so if x is squared,
Then it's up
okay. So we write that down. X squared up down. Okay. And then y squared left right. Okay. And what's the second thing? The coefficient on the non-squared side, right? Yep. Okay, yep. Non-squared coefficient. Okay. So if that non-squared coefficient is positive, it's going to go up or to the right, whichever one we're dealing with. If it's negative, it's going to go down or to the left. Okay? Love it. Second thing that we need to look for. Because only one variable is going to be squared. So the other one that's not squared, that's the non-squared one. Second thing, second step. Identify the vertex, okay? And we look for that with, oops, I had that all right there, I guess. You know that. Oh, well, okay. We think oppositely inside parentheses, right? X goes with X, Y goes with Y. Okay? Love it. Third thing. Find the p-value. How am I going to find the p-value? By 4, yep. Okay. 4p is the coefficient in front of the non-squared variable, so we have to find p. And what does p tell us? Distance width. Focus to what? Give me another chance. Focus to the vertex or vertex to directrix. Yep, exactly. Okay. So P then is going to be the distance from the vertex to the focus or the vertex to the directrix. Which that then allows us to find those points. We can find the coordinates of the focus, and we can find the equation of the directrix. That's a line. Okay? Love it? Step number 4. And what is the width of the parabola? The 4p, that coefficient of the non-squared variable, yep, the non-squared coefficient is the width of the parabola through the focus. So we go half in one direction, half in the other direction. So if it's an up-down parabola, we would go half to the left, half to the right. If it's a left-right parabola, we'd go half up and half down. Okay? Love it? And lastly, What's step number 5? Axis of symmetry. And what is the axis of symmetry? It's the middle line, right? It cuts the parabola in half, otherwise known as the line through the vertex and the focus. Oh. Okay. Love it. Okay. Let's do it. So here's our graph. Y squared equals 20x. I want to know which way it opens. I want to know what the vertex is. I want to know what the focus is. I want to know what the directrix is. I want to know what the width is. And I probably want to know what the axis of symmetry is. Okay, look at that. I do know what the axis of symmetry is. Okay. All right? So, first off, mental. Open it. Up, down, left, right. With justification, please. We got him. You have the first half correct because y is squared, it is opening left or right. Can we narrow it down even further? Good. Bingo. Okay. So our first thing that we're looking at is which one's squared. So that's that one. Second thing we're looking at is the positivity of that. So since that is positive and y is squared, it is going to open to the right. Okay. Love it. Step 2, vertex. What is the vertex? What's the vertex? What comes after the y? What's attached to the y afterwards? What's attached to the x afterwards? So it's just 0, 0 because there's nothing after either one of them. So we look after for the vertex, and there's nothing after either one of them. So that means it's just 0, 0. So we put that on our graph, and we put a little v by it. I'm going to put my v on the left side because it's going to open to the right, so I don't want to get confused or have to go through it, so I'm going to put it on the left side. You thought that there was a method to my madness. There is. Okay? Love it. Step 3. Step 3 says we need to find P. Well, what is 4P? How much is 4P? Oh, yep. 20. Yep. So what's P? So P is 5. So that means that there's a distance of 5 from my vertex to my focus, and a distance of 5 from my vertex to my directrix. Okay? Now, since it opens to the right, which way is which one? Is focus left or right? Is directrix left or right? Let me rephrase the question. From Monday's notes, where is the focus located? Inside the parabola, right? So the focus would be to the right because it opens to the right. So I count out 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. and that is my focus. So my focus would be at the point 5, comma, 0. Then I would count out 5 spaces to the left because the directrix is outside the parabola in the opposite direction. 5. And I would draw in that line. So my directrix takes the equation y, or excuse me, x, because it's vertical, equals -5. Agree? Okay. Step number 4 says, what is the width of our parabola? Width of our parabola. The width is 20, but yet we're going to split it 10 and 10, right? So if we split it 10 and 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 would go up there, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 would go down there. Oops, tap the brakes. I put it in the wrong spot. I went off the vertex, not off the focus. There. Should have made the scratch a little bit smaller. Or raise it up a little bit. Still do that. Okay. All right. And now we can draw in our parabola. Ooh, I missed that. And last but not least, we have to add in our axis of symmetry. And that's going to be y equals 0. Good? Love it. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns, clarification? Try that one right now. Graph it. Answer me the 2, 4, 6 questions that we have to go along with it. And then we'll go from there. What'd you get? Whoa. Well, we'll leave it then.
Oh, really?
So, which way does this one open? EO says up. Agree? Yep. Okay, I like it. So it's going to open up. Yeah. What's the vertex? -2, -3. We think oppositely because they're both inside a set of parentheses. So -2, -3. Love it. what's our P distance? 4. P is 4. So that means that our focus, oops, I should probably put the -2, -3 right there is my vertex. So I got a distance of 4. So since it's opening up, the focus is going to be up from the vertex. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 puts my focus right there. So that would be at the point -2, 1. Agree? Love it. 4 down, then, is going to be my directrix. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's this line right there. That would be the line y equals -7. Agree with that? Okay. The width of my parabola through the focus is 16. That means I'm going to be going 8, 2, 4, 6, and 8. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Out. That allows me then to draw in my parabola, and that allows me to find my axis of symmetry. Which my axis of symmetry would be the line x equals -2. Agree? Love it. Awesome sauce. Try that one. Opening. Which way? Left? Why left?
Because the square root is on the y.
The square is on the y, so that's left to right, and
It's -6.
it's -6. So yep, so that's going to be a left open. Okay. Where's my vertex? 2, -1. Okay. 4p is how much? So, but we can just write it as 6, right? Okay. So 4p is 6. So if 4p is 6, what is p then? Not 1/2. 3 over 2, or 1.5. Yep. Okay. So if 4p is 3.5, or 3/2, I should say, that means we are going to go 1.5 to the left for my focus. Which means then that my focus would be at 1/2, -1. Agree? That means we would go 1.5 to the right, and that would give me my directrix. That's going to be the line x equals 3/2, or excuse me, not 3/2. 3/2 plus 2. No, 3/2 plus 2 is 3/2 plus 4/2, which is 7. width of my parabola through the focus is going to be 6. So that means we're going to go up 3 and down 3. The axis of symmetry then is going to go through the focus and vertex. So that's going to be the line y equals negative. Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications? What's up?
I just have a question with
Mhm. You should watch the video from Monday. Because what a parabola is, the true definition of a parabola is the set of all points that are equidistant from a point called the focus and a line called the directrix. So any point that's on this maroon curve, if I were to put that point there, the distance from here is the same as the distance to there.
Oh,
That's what. So we need to find it because it's part of the parabola. Okay. I think that's all I got. Yep, that's all I got for the day. Okay. So again, you can be working on the first, I believe it is 9 problems on the blue sheet, graphing and finding me all of those different parts.